Are you moving and don't know what to expect? Well, I can help fill you in when we come right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Finding Sarasota. My name is Eric Martin. I'm a local realtor here in the Sarasota Siesta Key area with Keller Williams Classic Group. And before we get on, let me just ask you to click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell, and you'll be able to see more videos like this every Thursday at 8 a.m. So, as I said, you're moving and you don't know what to expect. Well, I'm going to be able to fill you in on those, considering I just made a long distance move with my wife from New Jersey down to Florida about 6 months ago. So I will let you know where we made our mistakes so you won't make the same mistakes. First thing is it going to be a short distance move or a long distance move? If it's going to be a short distance move, you pretty much have it set up and easy, because you just have to rent a U-Haul truck and grab some family and some friends, grab some stuff, boxes and furniture, and on the truck it goes. And if you needed to do 1 or 2 trips, you do that 1 day, 2 days, your move is done. Buy your buddies some pizza, some wine, and some beers, and you're all set. But if you're talking long distance move, that's a whole different monster. And I will say this, if you are definitely doing a long distance or have to do a long distance move, definitely find a long distance moving company that specializes in that. We went the other route. We found a company that was supposedly going to do it cheaper, and realized after it was too late that it was a third-party broker that wound up hiring 2 different companies. So long story short, it actually cost me the same amount of money as it would have been to hire one of the specialized brokers, and got my stuff probably about a week or 2 later than I expected to get it. So when you are hiring one of these companies, as I said, make sure they are a specialty company. Use like Mayflower, Atlas, one of these big name companies. And a few questions to ask them are, what is the cost? I believe they went by cubic feet of the truck. So the more cubic feet you filled, the more stuff, or the higher the price was on your move. Also is the timing. When will they pick your stuff up from the house you're moving from to the house that you're moving in? I had a couple of companies tell me it was going to be 5 to 7 days, 7 to 10 days, 10 to 14 days. So you just got to kind of fit that into your timeline. The other thing is, are you going to be driving or are you going to be flying to your destination that you're going to? So some of these moving companies will move the car for you if you're flying, and it's an additional cost. But if you do have friends or family that live in the area that you're moving to, I would suggest to possibly, if you have 2 vehicles, is to drive one to where you're moving to. And while you're doing that initial drive, pack up clothing that you're going to need, bring electronics that you will need, bring any kitchenware, pots, pans, some utensils and things like that you may need while you're waiting for the movers. And pack that up in the car that you are going to drive there with, and then you can leave the car there and then fly home and bring the family down, or whoever else you have going down, in the other vehicle, and then you'll be all set. Now, in your second move down, if you're driving or flying, some things I would definitely bring are definitely personal information and matters that you may need. All right. Credit cards, definitely bring cash, because you never know if you get to the other side if there's going to be a bank branch that you use that's going to be open and local, or if you run into a problem and you don't have a checkbook at the moment, at least you can use the cash to get gas, food supplies, and things like that. Now, if you do have family and friends, all right, again, like I said, you can stay with them, and then while you're staying with them pre-move, I would look into banking situations, possibly doctor situations, and even schooling situations. Um, if you're looking into the banking, I suggest doing the banking even before you move. This way, you're already established in that bank. You may have some rapport with the people in the bank. So when you do finally move, it's going to be an easy transaction, an easy transfer over to be able to do some of the banking. Also, some of the banks, I know my bank did, they have an option to be able to transfer money from another banking institution into that institution. So transferring a lot of money and funds will be a whole lot easier than having to worry about bank checks and things like that and it getting lost. Another thing is doctors. If you can get referrals from your doctors at home to possibly doctors down here, great. Finding doctors is not as easy as you may think because some of them already are full. Some of them may not be taking new patients. Some of them may not take your insurance. So just keep that in mind to maybe make some phone calls around if a doctor is a definite need for you and you can't wait until you move in to find a doctor. So start doing your research a little earlier, even before you move, and maybe you can get all set up with that doctor's appointment and those doctors, dentists, and things like that before you even move down. Another thing is, as I said, schools. Now, just don't go by what a listing agent may be saying to you about, oh, your child will be go to this school if they live here. Don't listen to people in the neighborhood that say, oh, if you guys move in here, you're going to go there. I would contact the school system and have them send you a map or a letter or their breakdown of district areas or whatever, saying that if you moved into 123 Main Street, your child is going to go to elementary school number 1 or elementary school number 2, because I have seen in my years of real estate that a school has redistricted over the summer and people purchased homes specifically to go to certain schools, and after that redistricting, their child wound up going to a different school and they weren't happy about it. And the other thing you need to worry about is forwarding addresses and getting your new address set up with pretty much everybody. And I did the forward mailing address from New Jersey to Florida, and I was getting mail and going, holy crap, I forgot that I had this, or I forgot I had that account, or I forgot about this. And, it really makes you think sometimes how much stuff you really have coming into your house for mail that you take for granted, such as credit card bills, any kind of investment programs you have, things from your child's school, doctor's offices, your work. There are so many things that you don't even realize you have. So again, what I would do is a few months before I move is maybe just write down the people you have to contact to change the addresses. And then that will save you a whole bunch of time and stress because, as I said, once you start getting all of these change of address people, some of them change automatically and some of them don't change automatically. So just take that into consideration. So that was pretty much what we went through when we moved, and it was stressful. I won't take that away. No matter how prepared you are, there's always going to be something that pops up. There's always going to be something that goes wrong. So hopefully these few hints and these little tips and tricks that I've came across will help you out in your future move.